everyone, it's Jensita, and here for another episode. So, I wanted to talk this week about Taylor Swift since her single just came out, and I'm sure you guys are all just as excited as I am and have had it on repeat. The song is so catchy, and I love it. And one of the things I wanted to talk about was mainly also the song and what it's about, and it's obviously about never getting back together with the guy, but I feel like a lot of Taylor Swift fans are very naive in a sort of gullible way that they just want to believe anything. And I'm not trying to be offensive to anyone, but I've actually had people tell me where, oh, I just believe every single song she writes is about Joe Jonas because that's what I want to believe. I'm just like, okay, Dear John is about Joe Jonas, or, Back to December. I've had people tell me Back to December is about Joe Jonas, and I'm like, it says Tay in the lyric book. Like, really? How more obvious can you get? So, I don't know. But, yeah. So, anyways, a lot of fans, and myself have come to this sort of understanding that we believe the song is about Jake Gyllenhaal, and there's a lot of proof to sort of support this. And also, Taylor Swift's dad told a fan after the live chat when they all went over to her house for dinner that this song, or the album, was about a relationship from beginning to end. Now, that's not to say that the entire relationship is only going to be about Jake Gyllenhaal. I mean, she could tell the entire relationship from beginning to end in 7 songs. And Taylor said there's going to be 16 songs on the album, not including bonus tracks. So, I mean, there's a lot of other songs that are going to be on there. I mean, we know she wrote a song for the Kennedys. She wrote a duet with Ed Sheeran, if that's how you say his name. Hopefully it is. But, yeah, I mean, I'm sure the entire album's not about him, but I think a general theme like that's going to be a part of it. But anyways, Taylor Swift has really only dated Jake Gyllenhaal since, the release of her last album, Speak Now. And if you listen to the interview, she tells us basically who it is about. She says that while she was writing this song, We Are Never Getting Back Together, she was writing it with 2 co-writers. And they were in the room, and a friend of her ex-boyfriend, who this song is about, walked in. He's a mutual friend of one of the writers that Taylor was writing with. He walked into the studio and said, "Oh, hey, Taylor, I heard you were getting back together with so-and-so. What's that about?" And she said, no, that's not true, And so, after he left, the co-writers were like, "Oh, what's all that about? You're getting back together with this guy or whatever?" And if you hear in the song, the parts where Taylor Swift is talking, that was actually her during this interview with them. That was being recorded in their studio session, and they left it actually into the song. And she says, as you can hear in the song, she's talking about it being exhausting, called me up, I hate you, I love you, blah, blah, blah. And that's the sort of relationship. And one of the other main reasons that we think it's about Jake Gyllenhaal is because one of the co-writers is best friends with Adam Levine. Or good friends with Adam Levine. They work together on albums and stuff. And Adam Levine is best friends with Jake Gyllenhaal. So, kind of makes sense, I mean, and also there was a public instance, I guess the Vanity Fair party, where Jake Gyllenhaal and her were talking or whatever, people saw them. And, there's been instances of that where people have said they saw a sort of public scene. I don't even know. But basically, yes, Jake Gyllenhaal, you were not getting back together with Taylor Swift. I'm sorry, bud. It's just not going to happen. And we all know that it can't really be about anyone else. Do you really honestly think John Mayer is going to call up Taylor Swift and beg her to get back together? The guy's a total douchebag. Honestly now, come on. And Joe Jonas said in an interview himself that they have never tried again and the song is not about him. And Taylor Lautner, I'm sure, would love the song would love to get back together with Taylor Swift, but Taylor Swift is not going to write a mean song about Taylor Lautner. Because, in case you haven't listened to Back to December, she was really sorry about the way things ended, and she would want to have given him another chance. So, honestly, this song is about Jake Gyllenhaal, people. Why? Why do you even try? Like, Taste of Country with all your other shenanigans about who this song is about. Please just learn about Taylor before you write an article. It would save us all a lot of time. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to kind of clear the air and get that out here. Anyway, thoughts on the new single. It's super catchy, and yes, it is more pop. But some people are like, oh my gosh, is the whole album gonna be pop? And blah, blah, blah. I heard from someone else who had listened to 2 other songs that was at the live chat that one of them does sound more like Safe and Sound, so that kind of like sad, soft melody type thing. And Taylor did say that the album was gonna be sad. And this is obviously her lead-off single, and it's #1 in over 29 countries. It just came out in the UK today, so that's going to be 30 countries by the end of today. Yeah, she's that amazing. She's already broken 2 records. She's going to break 3 and 4 once the album comes out. So this song does what it's supposed to do. I mean, it might not be the most well-written song of her entire career, but that doesn't mean it's not a good song. It's not catchy. Like, look at the song that's been #1 in so many countries. Call Me Maybe. Like, that song doesn't even make sense. It's like, before I met you, I missed you. Like, that makes sense on no level. But it's freaking catchy, and you want to jam out to it and be like, so call me maybe. Yeah, so that's basically what this song does. It gets a lot of people to listen to her songs, and it gets her played on pop radio a lot, because she hasn't been playing on pop radio that much, And if they have played some of her songs, they haven't done like that well because they're not super poppy. And Taylor Swift has never had a #1 single on pop charts. This could be it, my friends. This very well will be it. I believe in that because it's catchy. Like, even if you don't like the song or you don't like the lyrics, like, it gets stuck in your head. And I'm sorry, but you do want to listen to it again. Just admit it. So, this song does what it's supposed to do, and I believe the album is going to be freaking fantastic, like all of her other albums are. And I will definitely be buying it. And stay tuned, because in another week or so, there's supposed to be a special pre-ordering package available with her album, and Scott Borchetta said they're working hard to make sure that it's going to be available for fans worldwide, so no matter what country you're in, hopefully everyone can get it. I can't wait to see what it is, and I love you all so much, and I hope you are having a fearless day. See you next time.